Hello, this is not a spring chicken. As you can see, we are in the car. It's Memorial Day weekend, and it happens to be just, let's just say, you can hear my voice. It's rather windy outside. Well, let's just say, so we're in here because without the wind, it's nice and toasty, but it's rather cold out there, and let's just say you wouldn't be able to hear me otherwise. But meanwhile, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Happy Memorial Day.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Yes, it's Memorial Day weekend, and boy, we knew the wind was coming in, but boy, I don't know, can you see it?
No, I'm over 200 pounds and it was knocking me side. I'm hanging on to the rack of the car to be able to walk around it.
And Obama refuses, oh yeah, we have Oldecam here with comments on the headlines of today. And Obama refuses to admit there is massive inflation.
It's going to cost people 29% more to buy the stuff for the Memorial Day celebrations that it did last year. And he doesn't understand that's actually costing people money. Because
what?
He doesn't spend any money. He's got, this is done by the White House staff for him.
Oh, that's right. He never sees it.
He doesn't pay for this stuff.
North Korea frees American detained for half a year.
Yeah, because they obviously got something out of it. You know, what means that Obama ransomed somebody else again.
And the Crystal Cathedral is to be sold as a way to pay the bill.
Yeah, they got 5 years of coming and to be able to come up with the money just to buy the cathedral and the ground right around it, because the 44-acre campus that was there is now gone. Yeah.
And a border opening, Gazan relief, but Israeli worried.
Well, yeah, well, because it's ridiculous. The reason why it was shut was because they were coming into Egypt, picking up weapons and going back. So now they've made it. They said that anyone under the age of 18 can get in with no problems. But if you're a woman or a male under 18, if you're over 18, you have to go through a process. They'll just send the under 18s in to get the weapons and stuff, folks.
Are you serious?
That's all they'll do.
And U.S. used big oil traders for 2008 manipulation.
Oh, it's ridiculous. All they did was they sold, they bought the stuff low and sold it high. That's not illegal, folks. They said they can't get them on stock manipulation, they can't get them on anything, so they trumped up a charge. Well, you shouldn't have made money.
Inflation? Or Afghan army salary theft shows fraud widespread.
Yeah, the Obama administration is just finding that out. Here's a good thing, that they're actually going to end up pulling all the troops out. Obama is going to give the Democrats what they want, which is to pull all the troops back. Then there's going to be a massive war break out there, and then all hell is going to break loose, and they're going to blame Obama, and he's going to say the Republicans were responsible. Probably George Bush and Republicans caused it to happen.
Lane's regulars won loss of famous New York City eatery.
I know. I mean, my mother, when she went to Columbia University, used to go over there. Folks, actually, my mother even worked there for a little bit. So they're just the people don't have any money to go out anymore.
And Laddick could be extradited as early as Monday.
Well, yeah, they haven't found anybody guilty yet. Because like the one guy said, it wasn't like they were killing anybody that anybody likes in Europe.
And White House threatens to veto the defense bill.
Yeah, because they've told Obama that he says they're interfering with his right to make treaties. No, they're basically saying if you're going to dismantle our nuclear armament system, we want you to tell us what you're going to replace it with, and he's refusing.
Are you serious?
They just put it in the thing that he has to start telling people what his plans for the military is. He just says, well, I'm just going to dismantle everything. Well, no, it ain't going to happen.
And Texas governor will consider running for president.
Well, he said that he would. He said he also is consider. I love that. He said that they should understand that he also told them in the speech he was considering going out to a White Castle instead of a McDonald's tonight.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he said they took it out of context. So, and then, well, I think he got pissed because as soon as Fox News went on the air with that, the Democrats' attack dog went after his family. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the investigation starting against him. Isn't that something?
Well, wasn't this the guy that said that he's already been investigated anyway?
No, they went after his family now. They said it's going to be the dirtiest election campaign that anyone has ever seen in our nation's history. So,
well, surprise, surprise. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Saw what happened before, right?
yeah.
Some of Joplin's missing turned up safe and alive.
They didn't have any place to go, so they went over with their parents, who also didn't have phone service anymore, because since there are no homes, there's no great need to put poles back to where there's anything at.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if the cell phone towers are all down, you're not going to be able to cell phones only work if you have towers or things for them to broadcast off of. If they're all gone, a cell phone is quite useless.
After Obama's European tour, challenges at home.
Well, yeah, basically, everybody, he has no budget that anybody likes. He has no plans for anything except, George Bush caused these problems, but I got Obama. But I got Osama bin Laden. So, and you got Obama. That's a good one.
Football star Heinz Ward is the new dancing champ.
So, yeah, they said they were going to vote for Christy Alley or Crystal Palin. It's all got to do with fan clubs now. It hasn't got anything to do with dancing ability.
I know, it's like, otherwise, how do you think all those football players get to be dancing champions?
Let's put it this way. I'm as big, if not bigger, than Heinz Ward. I'm older than Heinz Ward, and I could outdance Heinz Ward with a torn up ankle and torn up knee. But I couldn't win, even though I could dance, because Heinz Ward is a fan club.
And heavy snows spoil weekend holiday plans in the West.
Yeah, it snows.
Where's the snow?
It comes springing out of the Rockies across the plains.
Really?
Yep.
Well, as you can see here, this is typical Memorial Day weekend. It's very windy.
Yeah, really windy. It's not. If the weather's warm, like I said, I'm sitting there holding on to the strap in the car.
Well, it's warm where there's no wind.
Yeah, but you shouldn't on a hillside be holding on the strap and keep from falling out.
And Strauss-Kahn's lawyers complain about police leaks.
Yeah, because they keep telling everybody what's going on. Well, the thing is, it was never to convict him of anything. It was to get him removed from the presidency of France, because Obama needs somebody in France's head that believes spending is the way to go.
Clinton bin Laden raid a watershed for Pakistan.
Well, if the Pakistanis still hold on to the fact that they never knew he was there, probably because he wasn't there. It was just some poor tall guy that they killed. I wouldn't take Obama's word. Okay, a journalist should never take Obama's word that what happened happened. And they say, well, Obama's going to he's already used a bit. Well, the troops were there. They could testify, but we can't let anybody know who they are because we endanger family. Well, he's already told everybody who they were. It means that their testimony is only good because it's secondhand information also.
And Russia's parting gift to NASA, shuttle legacy photo.
Oh yeah, because Muslims don't believe in space flight. He's going to spend $60 million on every trip that we take now to go to our space station because of this.
Are you serious?
He's planning. NASA's job is now going to be to educate Muslims on global warming.
And severe storms wreak havoc from Vermont to Georgia.
Yeah, those are the storms that they're typical storms. I'm going to remind people, when they say that this stuff is the worst since 1950, it was worse in 1950, before global warming.
Then you would know.
Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm old.
And Goldman restructures $1.2 billion hotel debt report.
Yeah, because what it is they've got an awful lot of bad real estate debt on their books. Yeah, but Obama says this is all going to turn around. No, you can't buy. They said the pending sales houses collapsed to the lowest level in recorded history because nobody can borrow money because they don't have the jobs to pay for anything.
And airstrikes and Russian pressure squeeze Gaddafi.
No, they said the Russians want to negotiate someplace for him to go. No. They can't negotiate a place for the guy to go because Obama has already said he has to be brought to trial for his crimes. This is ridiculous, folks. I heard the thing this morning. They're getting ready now to send NATO helicopters into the area. NATO helicopters are American helicopters manned by Americans, and they have told Obama he's beyond the War Powers Act, and if he doesn't speak up soon, they're going to take his money away on him for doing anything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And Lagarde launches IMF bid, and BRICS pile on pressure.
Well, yeah, because that's the French want to put another. They want to put another French one back in. Obama wants somebody from China, because the Chinese government aren't going to pressure the United States on the spending. But unfortunately, they're actually telling him they're unhappy with his continued spending and his refusal to stop spending. So.
And some Republicans urge Christie to run for president.
He's not going to, because he just became a governor, folks. I mean, it's just like a guy becomes a governor, and right after the election he decides to run for president. He becomes a one-term governor real quick.
Yep, and Judge Boyd's controversial Wisconsin union law.
Yeah, but the judge basically is pro-union. They knew that was coming. But the Supreme Court, they said that they violated, okay, they're trying to say they violated the law by having a vote on the issue without the Democrats being notified X amount of hours ahead of time. Well, since the Democrats were violating the law by not being there, there was no violating the law, because the only ones that were there were told that what was going to happen.
And closing some of California state parks would violate the law.
The same federal rules that say that we gave you money for beautification in Los Angeles, and now you're tearing up all the areas and filling them in with asphalt because you can't afford to buy the beautification projects. The same people, so.
And a Monty Bubbleism from Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Oh, this is a good one. If you're told to delete an old program before you load the upgrade, always think twice about it.
We're talking about computers.
Yeah.